Here we go, walking down the street, we had the funniest looks right.
Everyone we meet, hey, we're the Monkees.
On May 31st, 1966, filming commenced for the Monkees, a musical television series that would debut later that year. Dubbed the Prefab Four, the Monkees were created specifically for a TV show about a fictional pop rock band striving for fame, modeled after the Beatles. Surprisingly, they transitioned into a real rock band, writing, recording, and releasing an impressive range of music that spanned genres from pop and country to psychedelic rock. Here are 10 weird facts you might not know. However, you may be a connoisseur of all things Monkees and know them all. In either case, I do hope you enjoy the video. Be sure to stay to the end for a bonus fact. You don't want to miss it. Number 1. In 1966, inspired by the success of A Hard Day's Night, a film following the Beatles on zany adventures, filmmakers Bob Rafelson and Bert Schneider set out to create an American version as a TV series. Initially, they considered building the show around an existing band and approached the Lovin' Spoonful, known for their playful hits like Do You Believe in Magic? However, conflicts over music rights led the producers to abandon this idea. Instead, they held open auditions and eventually cast Davey Jones, Mickey Dolenz, Michael Nesmith, and Peter Tork. Together, they became the Monkees. Number 2. When casting the show, the producers placed an ad in Variety magazine that drew 437 responses, and all applicants were interviewed. Michael Nesmith was the only one cast through the ad. Davey Jones was already under contract with Screen Gems, Mickey Dolenz learned about the audition through his agency, and Peter Tork was sent by his friend, famed musician Stephen Stills. Once selected, the four attended a 6-week improvisational acting course held on set.
Monkey scare.
What do you monkey scare, man?
Come on, it's a groovy bit, man. Let's do the scare. You know, you go, that bit, okay? One more time.
As a result, the actors were encouraged to improvise scenes and play off each other during the filming. This added a light, playful feel to the series.
There must be some mistake. We were expecting 4 gentlemen.
Would you accept 4 ladies who shave?
Boys with long hair, girls who shave. The world's gone to pot. No one knows who's who these days.
Number 3. When Mike Nesmith joined the Monkees TV show, he assumed his background as a singer-songwriter was one of the reasons he was hired. However, he soon realized that wasn't the case, and it left him feeling deeply frustrated. Early on, he approached the producers and performed an original song he had written, called Different Drum.
Travel to the beat of a different drum.
To his surprise, they dismissed the song, telling him it wasn't suitable for the Monkees. So he went and gave it to a young female musician playing in Los Angeles at the time, named Linda Ronstadt. Number 4. The creators of the Monkees TV show, Bob Rafelson and Bert Schneider, knew exactly the kind of young guys they wanted for their new series. So, the ad they took out in 1965 had to reflect the attitudes of the hip youth culture. The ad stated, "Spirited Ben Franks types are requested." Ben Franks was a 24-hour coffee shop and hipster hangout on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, where, as Davey Jones put it, long-haired beatnik weirdos gathered for coffee. The ad also included the line, "Must come down for an interview." This was a sly reference to being high. Number 5. Davey Jones and Mickey Dolenz were cast as Monkees through their agents. Jones was an actor who had received a 1963 Tony nomination for his performance in Oliver.
I'd do anything for you, dear, anything.
While Dolenz was a kid actor who had starred in the 1950s ABC family drama, Circus Boy, about Corky, an orphan who was raised by circus people and whose best friend is an elephant. The episode, Monkees at the Circus, opens with an inside joke of Dolenz cheekily saying, "Hey, I haven't been to the circus since I was a kid."
Hey, I haven't been to a circus since I was a kid, man. I love a circus.
If you're enjoying this video, please don't monkey around. Hit the like button. Thanks so much. Now back to the countdown. Number 6. As a TV show, the Monkees lasted 2 seasons for a total of 58 episodes. Before production shut down in 1968, the show had begun recycling old scripts they had previously discarded. The band was understandably frustrated by that, and wanted to switch gears to an hour-long variety show for the 3rd season. The network disagreed, however, and the band refused to return for the same sitcom setup. They did eventually produce a variety special, though, titled 33 1/3 Revolutions per Monkey in 1969.
Program to be entertaining.
Number 7. The FBI, which recently made files available online, is known for keeping an eye on politically active performers, from folk singer Phil Ochs to John Lennon. But the Monkees? Yep. The heavily redacted file details the band's activities for 3 months in 1967 and describes them as beatnik types who depicted subliminal left-wing messages. What were these messages? Images of anti-war protests and riots at Berkeley, California, and Selma, Alabama.
Ew, you like the Monkees? You know they don't write their own songs. They don't even play their own instruments. No!
Number 8. The 4 members were decent musicians and worked hard to sharpen their skills for live performances. Although Mickey Dolenz had no prior drumming experience, he took on the role and learned as he went. Interestingly, Davey Jones was a skilled drummer, but his small stature made him hard to see behind the drum kit. So, the producers chose Dolenz instead. Speaking of stature, after the Monkees, Dolenz auditioned for the role of the Fonz on Happy Days. However, he was deemed too tall, as the Fonz needed to be shorter than Ron Howard to avoid overshadowing him. The role ultimately went to Henry Winkler, who stands at just 5 foot 6 inches. The Monkee Mobile was a customized 1966 Pontiac GTO. Modifications included a 3rd seat added in place of the trunk, a drag chute installed between the taillights, and exhaust pipes routed out of the front tire wells. The front end featured a fiberglass grille and headlamp shroud. The first of 3 Monkee Mobiles was equipped with a functional supercharger, a tan interior, and a convertible top. Initially, it lacked a logo, which was added later in the series. The other 2 Monkee Mobiles featured fake superchargers, white interiors, and convertible tops. Number 10. In June 1967, the Monkees traveled to Paris to film a Season 2 episode meant to showcase them being mobbed by adoring French fans. However, since the show hadn't yet aired in France, or perhaps the craze simply hadn't caught on, director Bob Rafelson had to improvise. As a result, the Monkees in Paris episode became known as the one where the Monkees pretend to flee from fans who don't actually exist. Now for a bonus fact. The Monkees often found ways to sneak subversive humor into their episodes. In the Season 2 episode, The Devil and Peter Tork, they tackled censorship with a clever joke about the 1967 ban on saying hell on network TV. The storyline involves Peter selling his soul to the devil.
This is himself. Make a reservation for 1. I've just purchased the soul of a Mr. Peter Tork.
And every time the guys say hell, it's bleeped out. This prompts Mickey to quip, "You know what's even more scary? You can't say hell on television."
You know what's even more scary?
What?
You can't say on television.
The joke infuriated NBC, sparking a notable controversy between the network and the show's production team. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope to see you again next time.
You know how musicians are. Here today, gone tomorrow.
That's very true. I'm a musician and I'm here today myself.